Welcome back to the Scorpio channel. My name is Laura. If you're new to the channel, I'm going to do a general message for Scorpio. Know that energy is fluid, roles can be reversed. Interpret the message as it best resonates with you. Also know on this channel, I like to dive deep within the reading, so I do look at everything, but we take more time to look at the spiritual blocks, the shadows, and see how they play out as karmic themes to let you see why everything's playing out the way that it is, why your person's acting the way that they are. What is the whole spiritual significance of the connection? Because we know a lot of times we're dealing with someone that logically what they're doing isn't making sense. So there has to be some spiritual significance to why the connection is playing out the way that it is, and that spiritual significance is not one that leaves us in a place of disempowerment or being made to feel as if we're unworthy or not good enough, keeping us stuck in a limited consciousness, which is a lot of times what you're when you're dealing with the karmic, they're deliberately trying to make you feel this way. So understanding why a person does what they do and how you can shape shift your reality to do something different, not say something different, but literally do something different that makes the person that you're connected to or the person that's connected to you do something different, even if they don't want to do anything different. See, there's many different realities that play out at one time. Your level of consciousness depends on core beliefs, and core beliefs are created from the experiences that we live. So when they are imbalanced, a lot of times we're not even realizing that we're coming from that old level of consciousness, that we're, stuck in a perception based from past experience. So a situation plays out for us to become aware. The universe always brings us what we need to heal. And when I say heal, it means just evolve back into our natural, God-given energy, which is unconditional love, the energy of the universe. The energy of God, the energy of the universe is all the same thing because it is the same thing and it is unconditional love. So again, the mission, our spiritual mission, is to become the expression of unconditional love by doing what we love. However, like I said, when we link up with the karmic, a lot of times that karmic takes us off our path. That karmic um, makes us react certain way, and a lot of times we miss certain opportunities because of them. So this is why we're talking about karmic. Karmic means learn. However, we tend to associate past life karmic mates with the worst type of karma that we would have to actually endure. And it's because we have incarnated with that person many, many lifetimes. And we haven't learned the spiritual lesson, the significance of the connection. And so what winds up happening is the relationship never finds balance. And as the karma builds up, as I said, the karma gets worse with each lifetime. So it's really important to know what you need to heal, because by knowing what you need to heal, you can actually break those karmic contracts. You can break the karmic looping, which is just you keep going through the same experience, whether it's with the same person or if it's with a different person. It's called a karmic loop. You're stuck in a karmic loop. It's the same situation. That is what is keeping you stuck in a place of, again, limitation. So once you become aware of what you're doing, you can obviously integrate new spiritual lessons to transmute that negative energy. So you are no longer a magnet of that same type of energy. Now, if you want to enter into winning a free reading with me, you got to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and write the word of the video in your comment bar. The word of the video is always on. The first card that I pull out is the underlining energy that tells us why everyone's doing what they're doing, for all the reasons that I just said before. And, I always do a little intro just because the channel is a little bit different. So if you're new to the channel, like I said, I want you to understand that the readings have a therapy style to them, because a lot of times you just don't understand why your situation is looking the way that it that it is, or if the relationship, if it's even possible to have a balanced connection with such a person. All right, let's see. Anything of any importance or relevance to the channel you can find in the description box, including the word of the video. If you forget. Also, my coaching program is opened. My coaching program doesn't just go over life coaching. It's inner child healing, shadow healing, reparenting, all the healing modalities to help you heal the effects of trauma. And we find your psychic gifts as well as your soul's path. So it's a big, very transformational type of coaching program. So you definitely want to check it out. The word of the video is intrusive. I feel like because someone like is having really intrusive thoughts because you're in separation from them. And I also feel as if like the tables have turned. At one time you were having a lot of intrusive thoughts. And actually sometimes you can, if you ruminate on what this person did, you're trying to keep yourself busy right now, Scorpio, so that you're not, your focus isn't going there. But I feel like now that you took your power back. Now someone else is having intrusive thoughts about, you and their imagination of what you think of them, of again, what their life is going to look like now. And I'm feeling like, again, this person may even pop up on you. And when they do pop up on you, you're going to feel like it's intrusive because it was a lot of time wasted on and that they weren't there for you. I feel like they weren't there for you during important times. Like you might have had a death, you might have, again, like had a tragedy that happened in your family. If it wasn't death or an important moment, a celebration where this person really should have showed up, but they like deliberately didn't. And so, again, this person is going to show up now after the fact. And I'm also feeling like your life is changing. You've disconnected from this person already. You're not interested. So the only way that they can figure out how to get back into your life is kind of with like by popping up on you. They can't really, act the way that they used to act, like where they reached out, hi, how you doing? It would almost be like, I'm gonna deliberately bump into you. I'm deliberately going to be in the same place that you are. I'm going to figure out it's again not like just intrusive because you're not even going to want to hear from this person. I feel like you're like over it. So the fact that it's like you're coming in after the fact, you stayed away the whole time. When I needed you, you were nowhere to be found. And now you're coming back on your time. So you find it intrusive that this person is actually like didn't take your feelings at all into consideration and just thinks that they're going to pop up in your life and possibly even think that things would go the way that they were. Let me use a different deck to get the second word. Again, narcissist. That's what you feel like. You feel like this person's an intrusive narcissist because it's like the entire time I told you what I needed. This is how you feel, Scorpio. It's like the whole time I told you. It's like so that you couldn't act oblivious, but you purposely acted oblivious because you wanted to do what you wanted to do. And you find that energy very intrusive because I feel like you dealt with somebody. It might have been a past relationship. It could be a sister, a brother, a parent that's intrusive, meaning they don't listen to boundaries. They don't care. So it's a real pet peeve of yours, I feel like. That's why you find it intrusive. It's like you're going to show up now in my life when I'm on a whole different like path. I changed directions. I'm not planning on being with you anymore. So let's see what happens that this person actually feels the need to like pop up on you. Why they don't really feel as if you can they don't feel as if they can just like reach out to you and pick up the phone because they feel like you're going to block them, that you're just not going to pick up the phone. You're not going to answer your door. You're not going to, and this is why you feel it's intrusive because you know that this person knows exactly what they did. They just think that they're going to strategize and be flirty and, act like it's not a big deal what they did. And that's why it's intrusive. That's why you perceive that this person's a narcissist. That's the energy. So let's see what they did. Let's see what's going on. Again, they never gave you the time. You felt like they were always in search for somebody else. It's like had one foot in, one foot out. It's like they were never present with you. Again, that you would tell them what you needed, but the whole time they're not even uh, paying attention. Now, it's not that they wouldn't flirt. Obviously, they came in and they flirted and they would act like they care. But at the end of the day, what you saw is they didn't give you the time. They didn't give you the time. They gave time to everybody else that was insignificant. They were always in search for something, even though you were right there. And I feel like this person knew like that you were somebody like of significance, like a soul type of relationship. They might not use that word, but they knew that there was a connection. They disrespected the connection. And they knew that you were sad. They knew. They knew it upset you. They did not care. So this is why it's intrusive. It's, I don't care what I did. I needed to do this for whatever reason. We don't know why. We're going to find out why. And now all of a sudden you want to come back into my life when you didn't care. You weren't there for me at all. If anything, you were happy when I was sad because then you thought you knew exactly where I was. So again, like I had to overstate what was going on. And then you would complain that I was excessive about it, but you weren't listening. This is how you feel, Scorpio. You're like they overstated the situation too much. And really, because they kept doing what they were doing. You kept turning around to them and overstating what they were doing, calling them out on what they were doing. And what happened is that I feel like neither one of you became like were grounded anymore. You both were acting from a place of reaction because you're like, listen, you think that I don't know what you're doing. You have one foot in, one foot out. I'm deliberately telling you what my needs are, what my boundaries are, and you're not listening. You're deliberately not listening. You're looking at everybody else. You're talking to everybody else. You're doing it right in front of my face. So because you overstated and they felt like it was excessive, they left. So it was almost like the one-up you game. The more that you would say something, the more excessive this person's behavior would be with looking for different people. Okay. And then the more that they would do that, the more that you would try to lay the boundary. So this is where you went wrong, Scorpio. Right then and there, you should have disconnected because you knew that this person, again, was a little bit of a narcissist, that they were deliberately not giving you what you needed. They undervalued. Now they're nervous, I feel like. Again, see, you confronted this person. It's not like you didn't confront them. But what wound up happening is they ran. They wanted to act like they were superior. Like, who are you to tell me? We're not dating. We're not dating. You don't need to tell me who I can and can't talk to. Meanwhile, they're talking to like dumpster fire Sally or, homeless Bob. I mean, somebody that's not even worth the dirt on your shoe. And I'm not that undervaluing a person like Dumpster Fire Sally, but Dumpster Fire Sally knows that she's a dumpster fire. She's not, growing herself. This person deliberately reached out to lower hanging fruit in front of you. Again, trying to tell you, well, like this person like means more to me. They deliberately tried to start like unnecessary drama They wanted to put you in third parties. It's again about again acting really nice, like they wanted a relationship, but then behind the scenes they're talking to everybody else and they're not really giving you any time. And here it is, you did say something, but you know what? It made this person feel so good about themselves. They're so immature and low vibe that that's why. It's like because they wanted you to chase them. They wanted you to reassure them after they treated you like crap. Because this is what dumpster fire Sally would do, or this is what dumpster fire Bob would do. So it's not going to be, uh, who you are. But they're deliberately doing this because who else, except for dumpster fire Sally or homeless Bob or dumpster fire Bob, like, is gonna play that game? Because this person, that's what they did. They're like, let me go and talk to a lot of other people. Let me talk to the lowest of hanging fruit. And because I know this lower hanging fruit, they don't have a job, they do drugs, they don't care anything about themselves. That's what makes them a dumpster fire. Because they don't care about themselves. They do drugs. They sleep around. They don't, it's again, they're living from their addictions. They're living from their lower energies, from the real ego. So this person comes on really strong, talks to them behind the scenes the same time they're talking to you. Okay? And then what they do is they drop your name a bunch of times. And now you're dealing with this person. You're dealing with the dumpster fire person. And they know that you're going to come back to them and say something. So then it's like, oh, you're trying to tell me like, you're trying to tell me who to date. You're trying to be controlling of me, where you're not trying to do that. This person was deliberately trying to create drama, not caring about your reputation, because here you are, you're an upstanding citizen. You're not dumpster fire Sally or homeless Bob, that doesn't contribute to humanity or have a job or take care of the things that you need to take care of. You're not looking to sponge off anyone else. You're not living from your lower energies. This person tried to put you in a class with those people. Okay? That's what they thought because they weren't giving you enough time. But when you first met them, here it is, they're talking to you. They thought you were naive. This is what they thought. And so they didn't share their emotions purposely because they're not going to go transparent. They're not going to let you in on anything. They want to keep it surface. Again, which is why it said that this person acted like dumpster fire Tom, or again, dumpster fire Sally. Like, again, they're the ones that acted like that, you know? Again, expectations, knowing that you would have expectations that, again, hey, like you're talking to me, you're giving me a lot of time. What they did was they what they did was they deliberately made sure that you had expectations because of what they would say. Again, they loved bombed you. They came in, they told you everything that they thought that you wanted to hear. They became everyone that they thought that you would want to be. They asked you a lot of questions. They let you talk, but they wouldn't really do that much talking. And I don't think that you realize that, or if you did say something, this person would just come back with like a slide remark, like, oh, well, I like to like hear you talk, or there's nothing really much to say. I don't really do anything, which really, it's like, no, they just weren't telling you anything. It was their way of keeping you out. It was their way of not sharing anything and staying in the low energy. Again, hoping to break you down and make you feel weary, like, oh, I have no energy. This person took my energy. Like, again, they're trying to like manipulate me. They're trying to make me feel bad. This person just showed you exactly who they are. And this is why you find it intrusive. You're going to think that you're going to come back. You think that all the time that you went ghost, that I didn't see that you were abandoning me? You think that we have nostalgia? You didn't give me anything. That's why this person's guilty. They know it. They stayed away because they didn't want to hear the criticism. They wanted to keep you powerless. But the real thing is that now they're powerless because you don't trust this person at all because of the disrespect. And that's why this person is like, again, not really knowing, right? Not really knowing. I saw this knowing how to come back, which is what it makes them angry. They feel like you're resentful. I don't really feel like you're resentful. I think that you just see things for how they are and that you're intolerant to it because you see it as betrayal. And now so much time has gone by that this person sees that you're not talking to them. They know that it's completely over. And now all of a sudden they're getting impatient because they see it as they're, that you're neglecting them. But meanwhile, they're the one that neglected this. Again, by neglecting you, they self-neglected because of their pride, their ego. And they know very much so that you would not take them back. Doubt that you, because you're disgusted with them. So they already know. So that's why you find it intrusive that, oh, I'm just gonna show up now because I'm gonna do what I want to do to hope either you're gonna take me back or I'm gonna stir up some sort of emotions, and either those emotions are gonna be that you're going to get mad, and then I'm going to be happy because, oh, see, you still care. See, this person is really, really, really arrogant. Really arrogant. They love to be superior. So, again, don't show this person any emotion. Don't, again, nothing. Let this person talk. Again, why did you disappear? Understand it's most likely going to be 1/3 of it'll be truth, and the rest is going to be a lie. And there's also going to be things that they deliberately omit from you because this person is not truthful. They haven't done any healing, as far as I can see. Again, that's how I see it. I mean, well, look and see during separation. Again, feelings come and go. Again, so it's again, this person like had many different feelings. Okay. It's not like they didn't have feelings for you during separation, but it's almost like this person just stayed busy, and they could have suppressed their feelings. Where we'll see, but it's almost like there was passion. But I think for you, it's like because this person was so flighty and they were weaving in and out of your life, and the only thing that you were really asking for was to be friends with them. I feel like you're like the passion is lost when you damaged, this is you, Scorpio, saying this to your person. When you when you abandon me, it's like you ruin the chemistry because you ruin the trust. I don't trust you anymore. So this is what this person knows. So they're hoping to be able to like flicker, like get that flicker more into a fire because they know again that it was weaving in and out, that they played their hand too long. They played their game too long. They really thought, I'm going to make you come back. I'm going to make you come back. I'm going to make you come back. You're the one that's going to come crawling to me. You're the one. You're the one. What this person sees is you're not the same person. You are not going to be the same person when you see this person. This person knows it. And that's why they're terrified because they know, again, look, they know that they missed their chance. They know that they missed their chance because again, they were absent. They don't want to have regrets. They don't want to have regrets, but they know they missed their chance. And that's why they don't really know what to do. And this is why they're going to come back in an intrusive way because they're like, I need to know. Again, narcissists. I need to know. They already know. They already know. So the only reason why they're coming back really is, well, I'm gonna like if I can't have you, then I'm gonna stir up some sort of negative energy because you're probably in a much better place without this person. We're gonna see. Yeah, like I feel like this person was so childish. It's again, they act like they're not serious and they still are the way that they're gonna handle this is childish. And in separation, what were they doing? Again, they were acting like a child, doing what they wanted, running around with other people, talking to other people, wasting time. Again, thinking that you're gonna come back. Now all of a sudden they have had an epiphany. But because they've had an epiphany of their again their ways, again the epiphany, the it's like they of oh well, I really do have feelings. It's not like I didn't have feelings. I just didn't want to be subservient. But this person already showed you who they are. This is what it would be like to be in a connection with this person. So it's again, no. It's like that's really what it is. They've had an awakening that it is. And they're hoping that the history is again, but they're uncertain. They like whether or not they could even like rebuild this, but it's because they've had an epiphany. It's like, and they don't want to miss out on their chance, even though they know that they missed out on their chance. And so they're prayed. I do think that they did do a little bit of healing, but not what they said. And I feel like they don't want to lay this to rest. It's like again, they just sees it as like maybe like this could like be an opportunity for us to like grow or change through whatever. But you just see it as you're like, no, because of established um like because you established boundaries before and this person didn't listen to it, and that's really what it is. They see your boundaries as demanding, as limited, which is a problem for them. So you don't really can't really see them any different again than what they showed you, which is again, it's all their heart. It's that they don't really believe that they can be in a relationship unless it's going to be one that they control or one that like will you'll be happy with. That's what I see. So they've had this epiphany, but what I see through this entire reading is the me, I, me. I did all this. Then I have this epiphany after wasting a lot of time and realizing that you're not coming back because I'm getting impatient. I've wasted enough time by now, you would have been back. So now I have this epiphany that you're not coming back and I have feelings for you. So I don't know how to come back into your life. So I'm going to come back in the way that I want to come back in. This is your person. This is what it looks like. And so we're going to see how you're going to react, but I don't feel like it's obviously going to be good. I mean, no, you had enough of their abuse. It's like because of their avoidance and the fact that they gaslight, that you just don't trust them. And it was really the stonewalling that did it for you. Not to mention you feel that this person's dishonest and the trust is gone. But it's mainly because of the stonewalling. They thought that they were going to waste a lot of time. They thought they were going to hold back. They weren't paying attention to anything that was going on in your life. The whole time they're just thinking that they're in this game. And they didn't care when you were sad. So, but it was really the fact that they stonewalled for as long as they took to come back to fix this. And even if they come back and apologize, there was no change behavior. So it's like you're coming back, but what? You're to stir up feelings because you pretty much know that it didn't work out already, but you have to do that for yourself, which is again very narcissistic, very me, and that this person hasn't done any healing. And like I said, so you're not interested. So we can say, why did you attract this person into your life? because you're a mirror of what comes into your life. There's always a reason why. First card that flipped over is disassociated. So the inner child wounds, we see those energetic patterns continue to play out within new relationships and new experiences when we have a wound that isn't healed. So the first card out was disassociated. Third card out was laughter, innocence. Oh, oh! Well, when they fall, I usually take them. I didn't mean to do that, but let's see. Overwhelmed, safety and security, sing, misunderstood, and resilience. I'm going to take them. And maybe I'll just pull two more. Love and magic. However, the irony, it's like as much as this person was a jerk, and again is like very like arrogant and stuck on themselves and just not aware, you got a lot of gifts. Magic, love. Well, I feel like you didn't love yourself enough, but you have magic, sing, um, where's the other one? Well, like innocence, but in this instance, this person um, took advantage of the innocence, ruined the innocence in the connection. Where, a soulmate connection is supposed to be pure. You trusted this person, you believed in this person, you saw them as so much better than they actually are. And what they did is you can't your vision's clouded now. You can never see them as any different than what they showed you. It's because they were an asshole. They really thought who they were. And it's like, and let me tell you, it's like a person that acts like this, we know that they have a lot of spiritual blocks. So disassociation tells me that there was trauma. And so that could be emotionally and psychologically, but it also represented your safety and your security. You didn't really feel safe in the environment. So you could have had a bully parent, you could have had a narcissistic parent. So again, that imprint, that energetic imprint of that parent being so nasty, and as a child, you trusting this person and you being innocent, it was kind of like the same exact thing. You were innocent with this person and they felt it and they took advantage of it. Well, that was the same energy that you were brought up with. It stole your laughter. You always felt overwhelmed and also like no one got you. Like again, I'm always misunderstood, but that trauma pushed you inside of yourself. Again, I say it a lot. Again, the child that survives thrives because the child can't run away, they can't fight back, and the fight, flight, freeze, they wind up freezing and freezing, and the freezing in that frozen state you disassociate because you can't run away. So you're just kind of there, but you're not. This is where fragmentation comes into play, where you don't remember aspects of the situation, but understand you're still holding on to that experience, even though you don't remember it. It's held on energetically. And so you are an energetic being. So your energy is made up of thoughts and emotions. Those thoughts and emotions are there so that you can, again, create to manifest. However, you kept creating like again experiences where people would come into your life and they would have that energy of not giving you love, and not showing you love, where I feel like you have a lot of love to give, but your love was like abused. You kept giving in, people kept taking it, taking, and again it pushed you inside of yourself. So again, the child that survives thrives because through the imagination, how do you manifest? Through the thoughts that you think, the emotions that you have. And when you hold on to certain energies, well, um, you're manifesting them, whether you want to or not. So, like I said, you manifested them in relationships and some situations, that narcissistic energy where you'd meet people that didn't care about your feelings, that were actually got off on seeing you unhappy. And that was the same energy that you were brought up with. And this is the energy that this person gave you. So again, and that was the trauma that made you disassociate, because from a child to see a parent happy when they're suffering is traumatizing, because you're like, I'm relied on this person and this person wants to hurt me. This person wants that person that should be the caregiver, the lover, the nurturer is actually the one that's the biggest bully. And so that trauma is what imprinted, but that's what gave you your magic too. Because again, the innocence was robbed, but even though it was, you always had your voice. And I feel like you said something to this person the same as what you said to that parent, where Spirit says they knew what they were doing. So it's not about talk. You should have left. You should have left right then and there. The person got cocky and thought you were going to deal with their BS because, hey, like, look, like, you held on for this long, and that's why this person thought, well, I'm just going to keep holding out and holding out. Eventually, you'll cave. No, what happened is they ruined the connection because they stonewalled you. They're going to make a lot of other excuses, but they should have came back before all their bullshit happened. It's again because they wasted a lot of time. So the entire time there was not their bullshit. So whatever they say, because a person is going to come back and they're going to omit so much, because it's like they realize now, but hey, they did what they did. They can't go back and fix it. So they're hoping that you're going to forget, that the lines are a little bit blurry. I don't really see. They can finagle and lie a little bit, but you don't forget anything. And that's what they know, because you're like haven't talked to them at all, which is why the energy is going to be intrusive when they pop up on you, and they know it. So again, Spirit says, again, be on your soul's calling, understand you had to clear out this type of energy. You had to be aware of how to learn how to deal with this energy. Because as you are on your soul's path and you're listening to your soul guiding you and you're aligning your actions with your values, again, things are going to manifest to help you on your path to creating, right? And this is what this person is coming in, and they're going to be intrusive because they don't want to be left behind. I'm sure that's what it is. They know that, they wasted too much time. You're on a whole new trajectory, and this person is like, well, like, if you're not going to be with me, I can throw a monkey wrench in your thing. Spirit says, ignore whatever they do. Again, don't let them take you off your path. Stay on your path by listening to your soul. And again, because are going to go into the unknown so that you can, again, grow more. And part of growing is, I feel like, through your purpose and your path, again, because you're on your soul's path. And this is where your growth does kind of accelerate, because you'll be meeting new people and situations and experiences. This is what this person is afraid of. And, again, going into uncharted waters, that Spirit's saying, it's like you're leaving this person behind. This was just, and they know it. And that's why, like I said, they're coming in, they know. So it's again, the soul's calling, Spirit saying, and it's all about the unknown. Like, you couldn't get two cards that were more alike. It's all about that Spirit saying you're not going to know, but it's all about, venture in with confidence. It's going to evoke your curiosity to discover new aspects of yourself and life, what life has to offer you. Because growing up with a narcissist, or growing up with a controlling parent, a mean parent, a bullying parent, well, that loves to see you in pain, well, they cut you off from experiences. So there's a lot to life and a lot about yourself that you don't know, which is why Spirit says again, is to open your heart to the new, where the growth occurs. And again, call to exploration for your soul's calling. So it's again that you're going to be on the path, but the path unfolds and you're going to be in the right places at the right times to help you evolve, to help you fulfill your soul's purpose. Um, but it doesn't mean that it's all like work, work. It's you're going to meet new people, you're going to go to new places, new experiences, and that's going to make you a lot better at your craft. It's going to make you stronger within yourself. You're going to really know who you are and what you want. This person, again, is too much energy from the past. I feel like they did it to themselves. Missed opportunity, first card out. Spirit says self-love. Again, all about attending to the needs of your own heart by listening to your your inner self. Now that card just was flipped over, and so I took it um as a sign, but I'm gonna pull one because I didn't pull it over. And the last card out is goodness. Hold on, let me just finish this video. Sorry about that, guys. And the last card out is goodness. Again, that spirit says during this time of exploration, you are going to find your goodness. And it's about giving and receiving of love through your free will to improve the qualities and the benefits for not just yourself, but for humanity. That's really how you transmute those spiritual blocks. I mean, growing up with a narcissist, you can imagine, and then just attracting narcissists. Well, you definitely want to transmute that energy so you can be the magnet to unconditional love. I'm going to leave that there, Scorpio. You let me know how you resonated with this. Talk to you soon. Bye.